Hi everybody, I'm back. I'm doing something a little different today. When I did the last moon reading, one of my friends commented and happened to bring up the retrograde that we're moving into tomorrow and said she'd like to see my take on that. Now, she is really cool because she does astrology. And I remember growing up, I thought she was just the coolest person. She was a little older than me and danced to the beat of her own drum, and I really liked that. I really liked her energy. So anyway, I thought, you know what, why not do that? We just came out of a full moon, which was a super moon. And not only was it a super moon, but it was an eclipse. It was a lunar eclipse. So there's a lot around that. There's a lot of energy around that. And when we hit eclipse season, that brings in energies for like 6 months. And that full moon was about being positive, staying positive, looking for, like, not figuring out what you wanted to do practically, but figuring out what it is that, feeling your way into what it is that you want to do, like, a dream wise, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's practical to go do this, but what do you really want? And I love that because that's what this 2020 and 2021 is really ushering in, that get to know yourself, figure out what you want, create balance and happiness in your life, and all of these things. So, you know, we have this wonderful full moon, super moon eclipse, which is just like the super moon amplifies the energy even more. And then the eclipse just amplifies and amplifies and amplifies that energy and keeps it in motion for 6 months. So that's what eclipses do, and that's really cool, right? So then starting tomorrow, kicking off tomorrow, we're going into retrograde. We've got a retrograde, and, you know, it's in the time of Gemini. So we've got a Mercury retrograde going on in the time of Gemini, air sign, right? So Gemini, anything in an air sign is about information. It's thoughts, it's words, it's information, it's the flow of information. It's also creativity. So keep your vibes high and really propel with this eclipse energy, because we're in eclipse season. We have another eclipse coming up, solar eclipse in June on the 10th. So keep your vibes high and really reach for your dreams. Positivity, positivity, positivity. But in our last reading, it did say that there was going to be some information that was going to be coming up to the surface, right? And we have this eclipse, not this eclipse, but we have this retrograde. And for me, you know, when I think of a retrograde, it looks as though the planet's going backwards, although it's not really. But the energy kind of shifts and it brings up stuff from the past. Well, we're doing this in a time of the air sign, the information gateway. So yeah, why not do a reading on it? Why not? So I'm going to do a little reading on this retrograde. And then I have these, I'm going to pull one of the positive affirmations from the little fairy deck. And then I have these really cool cards that I got for my birthday from, she's not my daughter, but I love her like she is, from her and her boyfriend. And I've been pulling those for myself personally because they have a little healing message, a little healing that you can do at the end of the card. So that's what I've been doing with my meditations. I pull the card, I take in the positive affirmation, and then I do a little meditation and the healing with it. So that's kind of cool. So we'll do that today as well. All right, so we're going to find out, I think what we're going to ask is, I'm going to ask the universe what we can focus on throughout this retrograde that can help us propel forward, right? That can help us propel forward. And we'll see what the universe says. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these cards. And let's see. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Oh, jeez. Woohoo. I don't know if I can get these so you can see them, but okay. Holy. This is exciting. You can't see them, but so I just laid us out a bunch of cards. I wonder if I can tip this just a little bit. Can you see those? A little bit? It's creating a little bit of a glare, but that's okay. That's okay, as long as you can kind of see them. I can't really see if you can see them because there's so much sun. So, anyway. Wow. We can look forward to some really positive things. This is really, really good. So, let me just start with, we got the star. Okay? So, first we got the wishes come true card. So, I mean, how good is that? You don't get any better than that. So we've got some wishes coming true. I always say be careful with our thoughts, be careful what we wish for. Like, be really specific. But we get the wishes coming true card. That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, we've certainly got the energy flowing. This is a really interesting year. I'm going to say it again. This is a great year to look into some astrology, some astronomy, some numerology. It's a fascinating year, okay, guys? Just fascinating. But first card laid down, wishes come true, okay? So this is what we can focus on. This is what we can focus on, wishes coming true, okay? Second card we got was the star. The star is an amazing card, all right? So it's a higher arcana, which means the big picture. So sometimes with the higher arcanas, you're looking at like a year or under, okay, before something comes into fruition. But it's aspected with this, okay? So we got this first, and then this aspects it. So wishes coming true. Wishes coming true. Okay, so the star represents allowing the energy to flow through us, okay? So if you look at the star, you see she's got two things of water, right? The old card there is a depiction of the hand coming up towards the universe, towards the heavens, the sky. So integrating the energy from the universe, from our God, from our guides, our higher self, that higher knowing, integrating all of that down in through us and then out through us into the earth, right? And just allowing that universal flow of energy to kind of wash us clean. So it's also like walking between two worlds, right? Because you're pulling in the energy and you're letting it wash down through you. So it's being really in tune. It's being really in tune with your higher self, with your higher powers, with your God, with the universe. I'm telling you, there's a story going on in the sky this year that just amazes you guys. I mean, we've got stuff happening that hasn't happened in so long. So this card is aspected with the wishes come true card. So that amplifies the positive energy of that, all right? Okay, so what lies between us, though, is that we've been bound, we've sort of been stagnant. This is almost like a limbo card. So swords always represent words, thoughts, ego, information, right? So we've been bound. There's been information being withheld from us, and we know that. We've known that. We got that. This is now 3 times. So there's been information being withheld from us. But you know what? We're now in a retrograde. Retrograde brings up things from the past, right? And it's in a sign that's about information. So, and last time we were told that some information was going to come up to the surface. So what's been lying between us and our wishes coming true is some withheld information, a little bit of withheld information. But we've also been told that that information is going to come up and that we need to remain positive and hopeful and keep the faith and keep projecting good things. Keep seeing positive outcomes for ourselves, for the world over, right? Okay, so that's what's been lying between us. But when I asked, what can we expect? This is what we got, okay? Aspected with the star, kind of a big deal. So what's been above us? There's been some chaos, all right? There's been a lot of chaos, a lot of fighting, people not being able to agree on things. But we also know that we're moving out of that energy. That's what's been lying above this, okay? So this is a worldly energy that they're talking about right now. So worldly wise, we've been having some info withheld from us. It's kind of bound us up a little bit, kept us from really being able to move forward in the way that we would like or desire, or inform, or be able to move forward with proper information, even however this is affecting all of us in our lives, right? And there's been some chaos and some fighting. These are wands. So wands is the journey, right? They are also driven by fire, okay? So there's been some chaos and some fighting. You can see that. So there's been fighting amongst some people to withhold things or divulge things. So this has been what's keeping this sort of in motion, all right? Okay, but the good news is that we're starting something brand new. And of course, this is Pentacles. This is the Ace of Pentacles. This is the beginning of a journey, right? So this is the very beginning. It hasn't yet quite hit the ground yet. So it's the very beginning phases. Now we all need to bring that down into the earth here and make it a physical thing. But the beginning of the journey has started. And again, we're in this Gemini energy, which is an air sign, which is thoughts, words, creativity. So bringing those ideas in, they're here. We've got them in our head, thinking of them. Then we can speak them and maybe start to work on them and pull them down into like solid reality. So we're beginning a journey, and I believe we're beginning a new journey altogether. I mean, this is the Aquarian age. We're going through some really, we've gone through some difficult things and some irritating things and frustrating things. But we've also had some cool experiences, right? Right? Because we're getting to know ourselves, starting to really figure ourselves out, what it is that we really want. We're uncovering and understanding there are things that we don't like, that we don't want to accept, and that we're going to change. So we're beginning a journey. And then we have the Knight of Cups, right? So this is going to be ongoing because it's the Knight of Cups. So it's not like mastery. We haven't finished it. But it definitely is a gallant. Knights are gallant. So this is a journey that is definitely worthy, okay? We've been putting in the work. We've been doing the work. We're going for, this is a going forward with, like, we've got this. And this is Cups. So this is our feelings around the beginning of our new path here, right? So this is emotional health and something to continue to ride towards, right? And so the outcome of this is the High Priestess. Now the High Priestess is about balance. It's a very spiritual card, and it was well aspected. We've got to remember how things are aspected, okay? So it's the third card I pulled. So I pulled it after I pulled the star, okay? Both of these are higher arcana cards. So we got two higher arcana cards in this reading. That's the big picture, okay? It's destiny. It's The wheels are in motion. Things are happening. This stuff we're not going to change. This is like really good stuff that's already coming into fruition, okay? So the outcome is the High Priestess, very well aspected, which makes it very positive, because sometimes she can be not so positively aspected and it would mean something else. But this is the High Priestess and she's great. She's very spiritual. If you look back here, we've got the pomegranates, that's abundance, that's fruitfulness, right? And then balance. There's a nice balance there. So basically what I'm saying is, I mean, this is a great reading, you guys. So basically what I'm saying is some stuff has been holding us back, mostly around the information and also our own thoughts. So let's get out of the thought pattern that we can't or whatever. So, because remember, these readings are about us personally, but they're also about the energy outward, okay? So there's been some things being withheld from us, but also in our own lives. Let's be kinder in the way that we speak about ourselves, think about ourselves, you know, all of those things. Let's make our dreams come true. We have the perfect energy right now to really propel things. And we've been working hard for over a year. So there's been some fighting and some dissidence going on around that information card, okay? So there's been some chaos around that information, and that's why information's been being held up. But we're starting a brand new journey. Something new and blessed is going to come out of this. This is a brand new journey, okay? Going to pull that down into reality. It's going to feel emotionally wonderful. It's a gallant journey. It's worth it. We haven't hit mastery, but I mean, you know, hitting mastery, by the time I'm a master of anything, it will be time for me to go home. I'm here living right now. So this is very much the living part of the journey, not the ending of it, right? This is the living piece of it. So it's going to feel really good. We've got the wishes coming true. So just amazing. The wishes coming true card, aspected by the star. Like this is the hands of fate. This is God. This is God, our higher power. This is good stuff. And then, you know, the High Priestess ends that reading as the outcome. Perfect balance, harmony, spirituality, abundance, all of these wonderful things. Okay? So that's awesome. All right. So now we're going to pick a card from the little fairy deck, and we're going to get a positive affirmation, as if that wasn't a positive enough affirmation, right? I mean, that was a great reading. So these are the things that we can look forward to between the energy that's kind of taken place with the last full moon that we had and what's going to be going on with this retrograde in the next 6 months. So that's what we were asking about, the energies of the next 6 months, the retrogrades. And the retrograde that we're in, which will take us through until June 22nd, I think. And so that retrograde is all right in an air sign. It's all thoughts, words, information, and don't forget creativity. Creativity is in that air sign. So be creative. Be creative. And then, yeah, I mean, that the eclipse season, you know, we got that kicked off. That's that energy for 6 months. Giving us the next 6 months to work with. So it's good stuff. Okay? All right. So next, we're going to see what these little fairy cards give us. I love these cards. I think they're really pretty. That's one of the things that I like the most about reading. Probably is that it's funny, isn't it? I love reading. I love reading. But I love the cards. I think they're beautiful. I love them all. I really like pretty things and cool things. I love my cards. So I'm going to cut these. Let's see what we get right off the top here. We got Magical Gateway again. So we got Magical Gateway with our last reading. Now, you know, if you look into the astrology and stuff, with that moon that we just had in Sagittarius, which is a fire sign, which is movement, right? And it was all about positivity. You know, there's a portal. There's a portal opening up that opened up with that moon, right? Magical gateway. Makes sense, doesn't it? All right, so magical gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. So let's do that. Let's really step boldly forward. Let's embrace who we are, embrace what we want, embrace our truth, embrace ourselves, really strip away that old armor that's kept us on reserve or maybe held us back. Let go of that doesn't serve us. And really take advantage of these energies in this time and make our best lives. And we deserve it. We deserve it. We really do. So, magical gateway. Boldly step forward. Boldly. All right. So now I have these beautiful cards, and like I said, they were given to me recently from, she's not my daughter, but I love her like she is. Her and her boyfriend gave them to me for my birthday, and I've just really enjoyed using them in the mornings because they have this lovely, just this lovely little healing with them. So I thought I'd add that to our reading today, right? And let's keep this in mind. Let's keep this card that we get here in mind. Because these are all just amazing. These are like amazingly positive, beautiful messages. And then there's a little healing at the end of it, which is just amazing. So, give them a little shuffle. And I'll cut them. We'll see what we get. Oh, the Ivory Wish Fulfilling Crow. We just got, I've got a lot of sun coming through. I have a skylight above me. But it's the Ivory Wish Fulfilling Crow. Okay? And so now I'm just going to pull up the book. And I'm going to turn to 39. Because that's what it is. And then I'll read you the positive affirmation from it. And then the little healing that comes at the end of it. All right. So the Wish Fulfilling Crow. Can you see that? It's just, these cards are just, I mean, they're just amazing. They're beautiful. You can have what you truly want. Such knowledge helps soften and release fear, grasping, control, and doubt. Have confidence that the universe hears your prayers and is even now leading you into that which you seek. You can take sanctuary within your spiritual connection whenever you need stabilization and protection against the fluctuations of the external world. No matter what is happening around you, there is a way through to the fulfillment of your potential. So again, let's just, dream big. Wishes coming true, guys. Wishes coming true. Dream big. See it. See it. Believe it. So here's a little healing that goes with the Wish Fulfilling Crow. Isn't that beautiful? All right, so you can rest and relax for a few moments. Becoming present. Just pull yourself in. Deep breath, deep breath. Notice your breath flowing in and out, in and out. Allow your awareness to move within and let go of attachments to the outer world. Imagine, see, feel, or pretend that as you relax and become softly focused on your breathing, you enter into a luminous in-between world. This is the world of healing, grace, and beauty. You see, you sense, and you feel the love and presence of a divine tree of light. It is bustling with light. It is strong, ancient, wise. It houses various divine creatures of light, including a wise old ivory crow. Sitting peacefully at the top of the divine tree, your feathered friend may watch you or caw at you. This realm is sometimes luminous and eternal. You understand that no matter what happens, it will always be there, just as beautiful and sacred as it is now. This knowledge makes you happy. Then imagine, see, feel, or intend that your soul is receiving an infusion of light from the ethereal realm. You may feel a nourishing and euphoric oneness with this beautiful realm. Let yourself soak in that experience for as long as it feels good. When you're ready, ground yourself by becoming aware of all of your sensations, your skin, your breath, your surroundings. Know that your soul is always able to connect with the ethereal light. Hydrate yourself and allow your body some movement too. You've just completed your little meditation and your healing, self-healing. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Wishes are coming true. Stay positive. Look for that knowledge that's going to be coming out. It's the retrograde. Retrogrades usually bring upon, because they're about the past, right? They will bring us knowledge from behind us. So we may find that we learn things new as well, but keep your eyes peeled for things that were behind us that we're finding out more stuff about, bringing us in more knowledge. All right, you guys, I will see you for the new moon reading. Hope you enjoyed this. All right, take care.